Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. It is time for another favorites video. I feel like I've really discovered some serious gems recently, some of which I'm gonna hold off on putting in a favorites video until I get, a lot more use out of them, but just know, I am loving so many amazing products right now. These products that I'm gonna be sharing with you though, I have given a solid test with every single one, and I'm so excited to finally be putting them all in a favorites video. Today I've got makeup, I've got body care, and I even have a throwback or honorable mention product, which sometimes happens when there's a product that's existing in my collection that just returns into my everyday routine, so I do have one of those to share as well. I am so excited because today's video is sponsored by Frank Body, who you guys know is one of my all-time favorite body care brands. I actually went and fact-checked this. I found my very first confirmation order email earlier today. Guys, I've been a customer of Frank Body since February 2015. So for 6 solid years, I've used their products and I honestly have not gone without them. Like, it's not an on and off thing. This is a long-term committed relationship for me. Like, I've had one of their coffee scrubs in my shower at all times for the past 6 years, which is wild to me to think that that much time has gone on. But I'm really excited to share with you guys a couple of my new favorites and also some old throwbacks that I have been using for 6 years. If you guys have not yet tried the Frank Body coffee scrubs, that's your first homework assignment, okay? These are incredible. They come in so many different flavors. We have the original. This one is coconut coffee scrub. I'm obsessed with the cacao coffee scrub. They have a whipped one as well. They have a shimmer scrub. You really can't go wrong with any of them, but the reason why I love them so much is it's one of the best body exfoliators I've ever tried. This exfoliates the body so nicely. It's really gentle, but it also is really fun to use. It gets a little messy, but honestly, that's half the fun. So all I do is just wet my skin, then I'll take a handful, I'll scrub my entire body. I'll let it sit for a couple of minutes, depending on how much time I have. Sometimes I really like to let this sit on my skin and let the nourishing oils in the formula just soak into my skin. After it sits on the skin for a few minutes, I just rinse it off and it leaves the most stunning hydrated glow. I'm obsessed with how this leaves my skin feeling, and honestly, when I use the scrubs, I don't put body lotion on it afterwards because I don't need to. My body is just so extremely hydrated. It's incredible. If you've tried it, you'll know exactly what I mean. Anytime someone comes to my house, I make sure to tell them about the Frank Body scrub, and every single person that I have personally shared this with goes out and goes and buys a coffee scrub after trying it for the first time because it's just that good of a product. Over time, with consistent use, they can actually reduce the appearance of stretch marks and cellulite, so it really is so good for your skin and your entire body. Obsessed is an understatement for me with these scrubs. If you have not tried these yet, I know I've talked about this brand so many times, but if you have not tried Frank Body, especially the Frank Body scrubs, you have to. These are actually available online and in stores at Ulta, so it's super accessible and easy to get your hands on. I will have them linked down below, and if you guys have an Ulta near you, you can go and find them in stores, along with a lot of other products in their range, which I'm gonna share just a couple of other favorites that I've been loving recently, just in case you're like me and you already have backups of the Frank Body coffee scrubs. Some new products that you could possibly try, and I think you would really enjoy, are the new body wash. So this is the clean body wash. This specific formula is fragrance-free, which I absolutely love. So this is like my go-to body wash right now. I've been actually using this for a couple of months. I was able to try it early. It's been in my shower ever since. It's already like halfway gone because I'm telling you, this is my go-to body wash right now. So highly recommend this. It's so gentle. And again, the fragrance-free factor is really, really great for a body wash. It's not going to irritate your sensitive skin. So I love that. And I love to pair this body wash with this cream right here. This is the Frank Body Perky Sculpting Body Hydrator. It is a go-to for me after my showers. Obviously, again, if I use the scrub, I don't feel like I need a lotion, but if it's just like a normal shower day and I use this body wash, I love to pair it with this lotion. Hopefully you can see that. I feel like my studio lights are kind of bright, so I'm gonna hold it back a little bit so you can see all of my finger marks. A little bit goes a long way with this, so you really don't need that much. I use it all over my body. It's incredible, and it smells phenomenal as well. Plus, it's really cute because it comes in this cup, which after you're done using the lotion, this this is dishwasher safe, so you can wash this out and reuse it, which I think is the cutest. So yeah, those are some of my all-time favorite Frank Body products. If you guys want to check them out, they'll be in the description box down below. Let's move on to some makeup products. So again, these things I've been using for obviously since last month, but I try to really get a consistent use out of a lot of these products before I actually put them in favorites videos, because I feel like I've tried so many new makeup products recently and so many are really, really exciting, but I want to make sure that like they stick in my routine before putting them in a favorites video. So just know that all these products are definitely tried and true. We're going to start off with brow products. These are actually two brow products that are very, very similar, but I can't pick a favorite. I love them both. They're kind of similar, but they're kind of different. I don't think you need both, but here we go. So this month I tried out two different new drugstore brow pens. The first one is the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen. I'm obsessed with this. This is in the shade Ash Brown. The second one that I picked up is the Milani Weekend Brow in the shade Medium Brown. I love both of them. I feel like the NYX one is just slightly more thin, if that makes sense. Like it's a little bit more lightweight. The Milani one is really going to add quite a bit of definition, so that's why I love them both. I actually used both of them in my brows today. The Milani I used on the outside, the NYX I used on the inside, and I just feel like they look so natural. Both formulas brush out really easily too, so if that's something you're concerned about with a brow pen, they do brush out really nicely, so if you mess up, it's not the end of the world. Like you can brush it out and it kind of fades a little bit and looks super natural. Both of them last a really long time in my brows. Again, I don't feel like maybe you need both formulas, but I've been using both, like together and also separately, just depending on the effect that I want. Again, if I want more of a bold brow, I reach for the Milani. If I want something a little bit more natural, but with the same kind of feathery effect, I reach for the NYX. They're both amazing. Next up, I've got this viral foundation, the KVD Good Apple Foundation. I actually first bought the shade Light 006. It was way too light, so I bought the shade Light 012, and I'm actually glad that I hung on to the lighter shade because I mixed the two today. I feel like the two of these will take me through winter and summer because I can mix them together or use them separately just depending on my skin tone at the time. I did an entire review and wear test on this foundation if you want to see it, if you haven't seen it yet. I will go ahead and link that in the description box, but I've learned a few things since using this over the past month, and the first thing that I learned is apply it with a sponge. So when you apply it with a brush, you get that immediate like satisfying coverage. But personally, I feel like when I apply it with a brush, I apply way too much every time. So using a damp sponge really, really helps. So today I just dipped my sponge into both to mix the shades and then just applied it all over the skin. And a little bit goes a very long way. So that's why I feel like a sponge is so helpful. It kind of shears out the product a little bit and helps you not overdo it because it's easy to overdo the coverage and the amount with this. But I love how it looks on the skin, and also this was marketed to be like a mattifying foundation, I think. I disagree with that. To me, it's definitely more of a satin to dewy finish, especially by the end of the night. So just keep that in mind. I personally feel like it's not matte at all. I mean, it's all over my face and you can see the sheen that it gives. I have had this on my face for a couple of hours, but still you can see that when it melts into the skin, it really gives that nice luminosity, but it's gorgeous. It wears really well on me too. So yeah, I knew I wanted to put that in my favorites video, but definitely try it with a sponge, not a brush. That's the best way that I have found to apply it, and it's worked really well for me that way. Next up, this new launch from Patrick Ta floored me from the get-go, and I have not put it down since. This is the new Patrick Ta Cream Contour and Powder Bronzer Duo. I have mine in the shade She's Statuesque. The thing that's amazing about this is it's a cream and a powder. So just like their cream powder blush duos, it's the same kind of concept, but this time with bronzer and contour. I love this protective layer over the cream. It helps it keep it nice and hydrated in there, and also it helps when you're using the bronzer that you don't get a brush into the cream on accident. So I love how they did that. This is what I'm wearing all over the face, and I personally am obsessed with the fact that the cream product in here is a little bit more of a cool tone. You can tell next to the bronzer, this is definitely more of like a contour type product. So I apply this right over top of my foundation and concealer before powder, and I use it to kind of chisel out the face and sculpt a little bit. After I've set the face, I go in with the powder bronzer to warm everything up. The combination is beautiful. The formula wears so well all day. I think it's so flattering. You can't mess this up. I'm beyond obsessed with it. And when I tried this out, they also sent me the contour brush. I love this. I've been using it nonstop with it. I obviously don't use it for the powder bronzer. I prefer to use the fluffy brush for that, but for the cream, I think it's amazing for really making sure that your cheekbones look nice and sculpted. So I really like both. I wanted to mention the brush in case you don't have a brush that you already use for cream contour. This is a really, really good one. Next is a powder that I have been using for a while, and it actually took me a couple of tries to figure out how I like to use this and also for me to decide if I loved it or not. This is the new Dior Backstage Face and Body Powder No Powder. I got mine in the shade 0N, so it's zero neutral. You can see how much I have used this already. The thing I love about this is how it smooths and luminizes the skin. So I actually don't use it all over the face by itself. I like to layer it over top of a translucent powder. That's just what I feel like has looked the best. I love to use it under the eyes, especially after using a translucent powder for just brightening and blurring. It's so pretty. So I definitely use it in the T-zone mostly, but it's a beautiful powder for a little bit of like an airbrushed but luminous type of a finish. It's absolutely gorgeous. I love that. I've been talking about this next product nonstop as well, the new Bare Minerals bronzer, specifically in the shade Kiss of Pink. I haven't really tried any of the other shades. I probably should because I love the formula so much, but this is like my current favorite blush, I would say. I'm wearing it all over the face. It is so, so beautiful. It's got a little bit of a luminosity to it, but it's not sparkly. I don't find it to emphasize texture in any way. It is so pretty. I sometimes go without a highlighter. Today I am wearing a highlighter, but like when I'm just running out the door and I want a little bit of a glow and a little bit of a healthy look to the skin, I'll put this all over and it does the trick. It just kind of brings life back to the skin, brings a little bit of color, brings a little luminosity. It's amazing. Since I've been reaching for this, I've actually been using it a lot with the Bare Minerals Blooming Blush Brush. I've had this in my collection for forever, you guys. And for some reason, with this, I love it. This brush is so nice. I'll show you. So I'll kind of dip a little bit into it. I'll add a little more. The way that it just sculpts the cheeks, so you'll see I can kind of just blend this out. And it creates like a really beautiful lifted sculpted look. The shape of the brush just kind of hugs the cheeks and sculpts the cheeks at the same time. You can literally just like sweep it like this, and I find that it really creates a nice shape. Do you see that right there? I'm obsessed with the combo, so I don't normally recommend like brushes with products, but when it comes to the blush and then the contour with Patrick Ta, I definitely think the corresponding brushes really do something for me. I really love it. All right, next up, I've been trying this mascara for a long time now. I feel like it took me a while to really figure out if I loved this or not, and I really do. So this is the Lancome Lash Idole mascara. I have used this for a while now. I like to give mascaras like a pretty good amount of time before putting them in a favorites video, especially a high-end mascara, because, you know, you're gonna be forking out a little bit more than a drugstore mascara, and there's plenty of great drugstore mascaras out there, but I really do feel like this one is different. I love it. I love the applicator. The way it curves really hugs the lashes. I'm able to get in those inner corners really well. I love how it looks on the lashes as well. It wears really nicely on me. It doesn't smudge or flake, which is what I always look for, and yeah, I just think it looks really nice. I like using this on an everyday basis. This is the mascara that I'm wearing today, but it's so pretty and it's a really, really good formula. And yeah, I just wanted to finally put it in a favorites video because I feel like it deserves a spot at this point since I've been reaching for it so much. I really, really like it. For lips, I discovered a new lip liner that I am obsessed with. This is from NYX. NYX makes like the best lip liner colors and the formula is so good too. This is in the shade Nude Beige. Let me swatch this for you. Oh my gosh. I actually have this all over the lips, but I feel like the name is so perfect. It's literally like a nude beige. There is a teeny hint of pink in there, but it's like a good mix between pink and beige. This is so stunning all over the lips. on just the outline of the lips. It's so pretty. I feel like it has that slight contour, kind of an undertone, so it really shapes the lips and makes them look really pouty when you use it. I love this so much. Like I said, I have it all over the lips, and I filled in the lips with this as well. I have another product that I did layer on top though, and I love how it looks. It looks so natural. It's great for every day, but I also have been using it when I do more like bold eye looks. And I think it's great for that too, when you have like a little bit more of a bold eye look on and you want something more muted but defined. This is amazing. I love it. I have so many favorite like NYX lip liner shades now. It's insane. Next up, I have been just obsessed with these from Bare Minerals as well. These actually launched at the same time, and it's one of my favorite Bare Minerals launches in a long time. I feel like both of these products. So this is the Bare Minerals Mineralist Lip Gloss Balm. I'm holding up 2 shades. I have tons of shades. Honestly, every single shade that I've tried so far is really beautiful and really flattering, but I wanted to specifically mention 2 because these 2 are my go-to for sure. I mean, these aren't out of this world colors or too exciting in any way, but they're exciting to me. I love my neutrals and my mauves. So the first one is the shade Heart. I will swatch this on the back of my hand next to the NYX lip liner. This is beautiful. This is the one that I'm wearing all over the lips. Maybe I'll put a little bit more on. These are not sticky whatsoever. Here it is on the back of my hand. So again, this is the shade Heart. I love it. I think it's great for every day. It just kind of adds that perfect glaze to the lips that, again, is not sticky. It's got that gorgeous shine to it, but it doesn't feel too over the top or too complicated. It's just really foolproof. The second shade I love is Ingenuity. Now this one has a little bit of a sheen to it, and it's a little more of like a beigey nude. It does have a little bit of pink in it as well, but you'll see when I swatch them side by side. This one's definitely more warm toned, and again, it does have that gorgeous golden glitter reflect. When you put it on the lips, it's not glittery. It's a really, really subtle kind of a sheen, but it makes it look even more juicy than the formulas without a little bit of glitter in it. I think they're beautiful. So yeah, these 3 lip products have been amazing this month. I'm obsessed. Last but not least, I have a little bit of an honorable mention. Again, this is where I talk about a product that was part of my routine for a long time, then it just sat in my collection, and now it's like really made its way back in my routine, and it's the Benefit Dandelion Twinkle Highlight. I never thought that I would fall like so deeply in love with this so long after owning it. But this is the highlight that I have on my skin. I love the tone and the undertone of this. It's a beautiful baked formula. Here's what it looks like on the skin. Now this is a lot of product obviously to swatch, but I wanted you to kind of get a feel for the tone and undertone. Let me blend it out on the back of my hand. It's so subtle, but in the best way. It's like a really natural subtle. I'm gonna try to build this up on my hand so you can get an idea of the sheen that it gives. So you can see it's not like a crazy blinding highlight, but that's what I like about it. It just kind of makes the face look like it's glistening from within. I've been reaching for it a lot on an everyday basis for looks like this exactly actually, when I just want that bit more glow on the high points of the face, but I don't want it to distract from any of the other products on my face, and I want it to just kind of melt into my skin. It's so good. I'm obsessed with it. I love it all over again. So yeah, that completes this favorites video. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing what I've been loving over the past month, and some of them over the past long while, and some of them over the past 6 years when it comes to the coffee scrubs. Again, huge thanks to Frank Body for sponsoring today's video. It really is a full circle moment again, since I've been a customer of Frank Body's for so long before I even started a YouTube channel. So this really means a lot to work with Frank Body, and I kid you not, their products are phenomenal. So again, they'll be linked in the description box if you want to check them out, or you can go in stores at Ulta to see them for yourself in person. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, all the other products that I talked about will also be linked down below. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie, and I would love for you to join the family. You can do so by hitting the subscribe button, and if you're already a subscriber, but you want to be notified on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, click on the bell after you subscribe, and you'll get a notification every single time I post. That's it for me today. I hope you guys have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye!